that a deal is at hand and this is ending soon. The president has been trying to end this for the last couple of weeks. He told me it's close to ending back on April 15th. And now we need to get that commitment from Iran. How do you see things, Mike?
You know, I think the market is looking past this. I think, look, Iran's defense capabilities have essentially been neutered, right? There's very little left with them. What's going on at the Strait of Hormuz is basically a bunch of Boston whalers with AK-47s, like something that, you know, you could set up easily. Like, this is not real threats to massive tankers, especially with the U.S. Navy presence. So it seems that the market can see that this conflict has eventually come to an end, and it's in everyone's best interest to move past it. I think the market continues to rip from here.
Yep. Daniel, oil prices also down. Lee, you see this as another catalyst for these stocks.
Maria, the market is finally waking up to the infrastructure demands of artificial intelligence, and you're seeing it in the semiconductor stocks, you're seeing it in the NeoCloud, and these deals like you're hearing about with Anthropic and SpaceX and Corning and NVIDIA. We're going to see these deals come fast and furious for several years because we are nowhere near the capacity build out, okay? And on top of that, you are capacity constrained for chips, for energy, for land, for components to build these data centers. So the world is changing very quickly in numbers like we've never seen before. So Mark, do you have any favorite stocks that are going to take advantage of this infrastructure build out?
Well, I think you're touching on a good point there. This is
the group that leads things. Do you agree with him on semiconductors?
Well, look, I'll give you a couple examples. Two stocks I own for my clients, AMD and Marvell. Like, those stocks have basically been flat for 2 years. And part of this, part of the bearishness and like me talking to larger tech traders, tech pod portfolio managers at some of the largest hedge funds in the world is no one really believes the growth that's happening in AI. Right? And so now you've finally gotten embrace. And if you look at the move in AMD, again, the stock, you know, was over 200 in March of 2024, didn't get back there until March of this year. So a lot of this move, in my opinion, has been catch up. And the belief that these AI data centers, this AI build out, that this is all actually happening, that the numbers are real. And in AMD, okay, in that time frame when the stock was basically flat, is going to almost triple their revenue. Okay, Marvell has guided to a triple inside of 2 years, right? So this is earnings and revenue backed, and maybe there'll be a pullback, but I'd be a buyer of those pullbacks.
I see. And Mark, do you also agree that it could be tech that goes down later because of this move upwards?
Well, look, tech has been up so dramatically in the last month. I have to think you'd expect the tech will pull back a little bit, but I disagree with Larry. I think that, look, demand is substantially outpacing supply. That's not a reason to get bearish. It's going to be a short-term pullback only. The concern